Hey guys, waiver wire fire. So we're entering week 6. Still finishing my breakfast sandwich. We're entering week 6, and it's time to talk about a multitude of different players. Trying to put my banner up, keep it going, keep the banner going. So a couple things to talk about. First, we could talk about T. Tracy, 130 yards. Thought it was going to be a little bit of a share with Eric Gray on the Giants. It wasn't. It was pretty much just a T. Tracy show. Giants look decent. Daniel Jones has looked decent. Maybe that's just the last 2-3 weeks, and then it all ends. Who knows? Chase Brown, if he's around in the waiver wire, you need to jump and grab Chase Brown, Cincinnati running back. Available like around 60% in certain leagues, ESPN or Yahoo. But I think Yahoo it's a little bit higher. Snatch him up if you can, because Moss got injured with an ankle, so that could be 2-3 weeks. So that's something to monitor and pay attention to. Another thing that we could pay attention to is AR-15 is injured. Flacco stepped up, had about 30 fantasy points last week against the Jaguars. That's to continue. Josh Downs is someone to target, about 40% in certain leagues, especially if Flacco's playing. Michael Pittman, obviously, if Flacco's playing. The opposite if AR-15 is playing. Who knows what we're going to get whenever AR-15 plays now. It's like a rolling in a dice. That's why in certain leagues I drafted Anthony Richardson, and then I would draft another quarterback. There was one league where I drafted Jason Daniels too. So Jaden Daniels, I'm sorry. So that ended up working out right. Jaden Daniels is balling. Also, Aaron Jones is someone that's injured, so look out for his backup T. Chandler. This happens all the time with Aaron Jones. He starts off hot, and then he starts getting injured. So you got to get his backup. So that's always something to think about. Mooney was money on that terrific game. It was that Falcons Buccaneers game, overtime. Mooney had an awesome game. I think he had over 100 yards and a touchdown, over 20 fantasy points. He's been having a great connection with Cousins, London, and Mooney are all people to snatch up, target. I'm so sad that I got rid of Kirk Cousins. It might be an anomaly though, that one over 40-point game that he had. I don't see that 40-point again, right? Ugh. It hurts that I let him go in a trade. Also with the Pat Mahomes trade, but I was right on Pat Mahomes. It's like 15 points, 17 points. Last night, Monday night game, I think it was about 17, 15 points again. And I got Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence ended up with 29 points on against the Colts. So I like the Jags. I like guys on the Jags. Not Gabe Davis. Also Tank Bisbee. If we're talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think their record isn't who we thought they were. I think, preseason jitters, and I think they're going to get better and better, especially offensively, as the season goes on. So I like Tank Bisbee. A little bit stock down on Trevor Etienne. Stock up on Lawrence, and stock up on Brian Thomas, the rookie. And, of course, Captain Kirky, number 2, Christian Kirk. So there's not really that many waiver wire, hot stock, hot trends, trending up kind of guys. They've, for the most part, depending on what league you're in, a lot of these guys have already getting taken. A lot of these running backs are gone. A lot of these receivers are already gone. But these are some guys that I have a feeling should be available in your league. Tracy, Flacco, Mooney, Downs. Just some guys to think about. And T. Chandler, Aaron Jones, backup. Just a couple things to think about as we enter Waiver Wire Tuesday, entering pretty much the waivers for Wednesday. Snatch these guys up before it's too late. Fantasy Football Lab. Over and out.